Hey everyone, welcome to day 3 of the SC2 AI tournament. I'm here again with Kendrock. Welcome.
Hey everyone.
Here to try over some awesome games coming up. Today we're doing all the games from Group A. So Group A finished last week with Micro Machine on top with a perfect 5-0 record. Octopus is with 3-2. Perfect Stick, Sharpened Edge, and Three-Way Lover were all stuck on 2 wins, and Mad AI in one of them just one.
Wow,
so,
it's a stacked group.
Yeah. So some of the favourites for the whole thing.
Yeah.
And a few of them are probably going to go out tonight. But, let's see, who's your money on?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, obviously, Micro Machine's the easy bet, but Perfect Split, I don't really know anything about that bot, except for the fact I know it did well in the past. Sharpened Edge is arguably the number 2 bot right now in the ladder, so
Yeah,
but it's down in the rankings. Who knows? Mad AI was having a killer streak for a while.
I was really impressed last week with Octopus because it wasn't one of the favourites coming in, and a lot of people picked it to come out last in the group, and it made a storming run with 3 wins, and now sits second place. So possibly.
Yeah, I don't know much about Octopus. I know it smashes my bot, but so does every other Protoss bot currently. So
Yeah, Protoss bots are fun like that. That's why I have Protoss. So yeah, there were 15 games in the second week of group stage. We don't have time to show all 15. So what we are going to do instead is show you a few highlights of the first few games, and then we're going to show the full streams of a few of the others. So let's have a look at a few of the highlights. So first off, favourites from last week, Octopus and Sharpened Edge. Sharpened Edge decides to go for a nice little cannon rush.
interesting. That's on the low ground there, right?
Yeah, so he's got a couple of pylons on the low ground and then just starts building up top.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Not being impeded at all, so it looks like this is a good choice against Octopus here.
Yeah. So not really a good start to the day for Octopus. Um, and yeah, it's pretty much one of the quickest matches we had. Um, Octopus doesn't really know how to deal with this, and yeah, throws up a bunch of errors. But again,
Only
so
real bots air out at the end of the game.
yeah, pretty
If you're
much.
coding for losing all of your structures and not having errors, then you're doing this wrong. You gotta be confident and say, I'll never lose my main base, so I don't have to worry about that.
So
All right.
next up, we have Three-Way Lover and Perfect Split. Um, so yeah, this was a bit of a longer game. It basically, Perfect Split decides to send all of his Zerglings in there up against a bunch of Cyclones.
Which is surprisingly a good idea versus Tempests and Void Rays, because neither of them kill Zerglings very quickly.
No.
Sometimes you can just like flood through and kill all their bases while these air units are slowly picking away at it.
Yeah, so it just depends on how fast you can send in all the Zerglings.
So Zealots are down, which looks like it is. Yeah, these are gonna get
Yeah. I mean, slightly Tempest are just way too slow. But you see the natural go down. But if you look at how Three-Way Lover is set up, look at all the bases he's taken. He's taken like 5 bases already. We're 10 minutes into the game.
As long as Perfect Split keeps his mineral production going, though, he can continue this Zergling flood for the remainder of the game.
But it does.
I mean, that's a lot of air units, though.
Yeah, it does end up getting cleaned up. So
it looks like he's going to try to counter the air now instead.
Yeah.
The Queens and Corruptors.
Unfortunately, it looks like Three-Way Lover just has way too many Tempests, and he's great micro of this as well. Just keeping them out of range of the Corruptors.
Yeah, I found with my Vikings, which is very similar to Corruptors, you need to stutter step forward between shots rather than kite backwards between shots. It's the only way to stay on top of the Tempest.
It is one of those very difficult things in bots of figuring out when to go in and when to back off with that.
The other problem I just realized recently was that sometimes you lose sight of the Tempest. Because it shoots from so far away, 15 range, you lose sight of it, which means you lose your target, and then it kind of breaks your code. Which is something I just found recently, like the reason my Vikings keep giving up when they try to charge in.
Yeah.
So, I can't see my target anymore. Okay, just go back to dying to Tempest.
Yeah, that's one of the things about a lot of bots. They generally tend to forget things that don't quite seem in their sight range. But yeah, eventually after a very long game, Three-Way Lover will clear that up. So the other game we have is Mad AI versus Micro Machine.
Mad AI could be one of those bots that could give Micro Machine trouble. I
Yeah.
feel like in the same way that Tier gives Micro Machine trouble sometimes, Mad AI likes to have like multiple cheesy strategies, and maybe one of them works.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's not the one getting cheesed here. He does have a high ground pylon and cannon though, so that'll do quite well against these Marauders if he can just keep.
Yeah, the problem is he's losing a lot of probes there.
Once the last soccer goes down, maybe not.
Yeah. So he's just sending out the slow zealots at the moment, and
if that cannon was placed like right up against the cyber core, this would be a completely different story. But the fact that those Marauders can go to get vision of the top of the ramp without getting shot by the cannon makes them so much more effective.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's like 3 bases on 1 right now, so.
Yeah, it's very difficult from here. It's one thing Micro Machine does stop everyone doing is just getting expansions. It's very difficult to actually push out anywhere against him.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't know better, just looking at Micro Machine, you'd think it's like a cheesy bot because it's like puts on all its aggression and wins all these games early. But it actually commits very little to its early attacks. It's actually a macro bot that just does really well with a few units and mix early on.
Yeah. So anyway, those were the 3 early games we saw. And next up, let's have a look at the first streamed game of the night, which will be Perfect split up against Sharpened Edge.
It's very interesting.
Cool. So let me know when you're good to go.
Yeah, ready when you are.
Cool. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, up here in the top right, that's our Zerg player, perfect split. And Sharpened Edge, our Protoss bot in the bottom left. It's been very heavy on cannon rushes recently. Seems to be a tactic that works quite well for him.
So give me a little background on Perfect Split. Did it previously win one of your tournaments or come close to winning? Or
So Perfect Split basically debuted in the Season 7 tournament and stormed through the group stage. Literally, I think he only lost 2 games in the entire group stage, finished
wow.
top of his group, stormed through the semi-finals, and we were basically looking at him thinking, there is no way this bot can be beaten. Unfortunately, Tychus, who was our other player, had other thoughts and basically produced a very cheesy hatch block system that completely confused Perfect Split, and Perfect Split didn't know what to do. But pretty much everyone thought he was going to win Season 7. So
Interesting.
it's a brilliant strategy for that. He didn't take
And
part in Season 8, so we didn't see him for that one. Back again in Season 9 and attempting to reproduce the Season 7 form.
was Season 7 like a similar power level of bots, or have bots gotten a lot better since then?
I think bots have gotten a lot better since then.
Okay.
Definitely.
So with Perfect Split not being updated, it may not be as dominant this time through.
No.
Okay.
So I think we're having some problems with the sounds for the game again, which is rather annoying. Just let me have
If you need to pause, just let me know.
Yeah, just pausing for 2 seconds now.
All right, I'm at 154.
Yeah, okay. I'm actually going to have to, sorry, I'm going to have to quit out and come back in.
Okay.
Sorry. You're at 154, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, this happens sometimes.
Turn the volume on the stream, see if I can.
Yeah. Wait 1 second.
So your mic's definitely working. I don't hear any sound out of Starcraft 2.
Okay, so okay, that's better. Sorry guys, we will start it up again in 1 second. 154. So hold on, I'll just get myself there.
Okay. Yeah, you got in-game sound now.
Yep. Right. Okay. Okay, going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so we are back. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, so Perfect Split looking to recreate his Season 7 form. This has a tough start last week, but still very much in with a shout.
Looks like he's going to be facing some massive depth pressure. We got 3 gateways before expand here at the depths on the menu.
So that's pretty aggressive there from Sharpened Edge.
No sign of a Roach Warren. He does have speed on the way, which will help a little bit, but roaches are ideal for the Adepts.
Well, the problem with the Adepts is they can just shade in and get around all your Zergling speed. But Zergling speed will help.
Yeah, for humans, you kind of just dance around. You attack one mineral line, shade to the other mineral line, and just keep doing that. But I'm not sure how well bots will be able to figure out that micro.
So the queens should probably help a lot as well. Just get a couple of queens there, and that's gonna
definitely helpful. Yeah. 4th gateway on the way, actually. So this is probably just going to be a straight 4-gate all in.
Yeah, this could be a super all in here.
And it looks like it's going to be all adepts because there's no second gas either, so he won't be able to afford stalkers.
Yeah. He's sending a little probe in to see what's up, but doesn't really get any kind of scout off there. So I know Perfect Split does like to just very early just produce lots of lings and try and just his first attack is normally just pretty much a ling flood, and then he'll go into whatever counters the enemy from there really. So,
yeah, I mean it couldn't be a response to seeing that there's no natural expansion for Sharpened Edge as well. He knows he's up 2 bases to 1, so just keep making units because all you gotta do is survive and you win.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's planning a aggressive build himself, who knows.
I think he's probably planning to go to a third base pretty soon. I'm not sure that would be the best idea for him, but he has only taken 1 gas so far, and no workers on that gas, so...
Sharpened Edge is doing all his warp-ins at the slow pylon that's really far away. It's like the worst pylon to warp in on because it creates slow warps and it's far from the ramp.
Yeah.
Be nice if he sent out a worker to get a proxy pylon up.
Yeah. I think we're seeing the adepts probably going to come in pretty soon. That's a lot of adepts.
Yeah, they're pretty good versus Zerglings, but if Lings can get the surround, which they should be able to with speed, we'll see how it works out.
Yep.
Again, producing nothing but Lings, like 18 Lings on the menu. Like this is a very good response to what he's facing, even though he has the wrong unit type. The fact that he's not producing drones or a third or taking gas that's a good way to survive this sort of attack.
Yeah. So here it comes.
Oh, bad position run in though. He's not going to be able to get us around there. Oh, he's able to slip through a little bit. Yeah, it should be enough, I think. Especially with the queens helping out a little bit.
Yeah.
No shades from these adepts either. Although they did find a nice little pocket there.
I get the sense they're overkilling a few of those Zerglings by having like 4 or 5 attacks at the same time. Which might be a problem.
A little bit. Fairly even fight, but I think the queens will make it strong enough to hold.
Well, I think he's going to take out the Zerglings, but I think if he just runs the adepts away, the queens won't catch him. Or is he going to be?
I don't think he's going to run away though. He's going to keep the pressure on.
Yeah. I think he might be able to take out a few of these queens actually.
Yeah, the transfuses are running low. Looks like he has got 1 transfuse left. That's it.
Yeah.
So he needs to keep flooding these Zerglings.
There's more adepts coming in all the time, so it's going to be pretty all in for Sharpened Edge.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he didn't leave any queens behind to inject either, so now he's floating all these minerals that could have been more Zerglings.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah. Pretty well done there.
Strategically, I think this was Perfect Split's game, but just the engagement just didn't go well. Yeah. Lack of injects.
So you see all those queens go down pretty fast now.
Sharpened Edge is still on 8 mineral patches too, so it's not like his attack's going to slow down at all.
No, and the Zerglings from Perfect Split are going to start to slow down.
I mean, he can afford non-stop queens and non-stop Zerglings though. He's got that huge bank still. But it's just not going to be enough. And he's not even building a queen from his main base.
He doesn't have enough lava to really use all those minerals, is the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
with this mineral line going down, I think that removes any chance of a comeback.
Yeah. Although Perfect Split's still ahead in workers, but there's just no way of dealing with his attack.
Like, what's a third?
Wow.
Couldn't figure out how to spend the minerals.
At least he'll get some more lava out of it, right?
Yeah.
Oh well, I probably won't finish by the time he's already dead, though. That's the problem. Right.
I think unless your mineral line is under attack, if you're making a Zerg bot, you should always have like queens that are dedicated just to larva injects.
Yeah.
So don't bring them as part of the defense.
Yeah, so I think the other queen's going to go down, and I think I'm probably going to just end up speeding this up a bit.
Yeah.
Because there is no chance of a comeback now, unfortunately. So Sharpened
Layer,
Edge.
for some reason.
He normally likes to go into neuters, which would be a good follow-up to this, but unfortunately, it's a bit too late. So GG boys, and Sharpened Edge will take the win. So yeah, I mean, I think it would have been good if it had got the surround early on, but in that sort of like in that choke point there, it was very, very difficult, I think.
Yeah. Plus,
So
they kind of ran back into another choke point behind the gas geyser. So a little
yeah,
bit lucky in the way that it kited backwards towards a good position.
yeah,
If it were like Kagamine and it had that circling micro where it runs by the units and then surrounds them, then
yeah,
it'd
that
be a pretty
that would
easy
have been
hold.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, let's move on to the next game anyway. Mad AI up against Three-Way Lover. Can you give me a shout when you're good to go?
Yep. Just on the game now.
Cool.
Right,
So
ready
yeah,
when you are.
going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so Mad AI down bottom right, Three-Way Lover up top right. Sorry, bottom left is Mad AI. Left and right. So yeah,
You can
Three-Way.
hit Control N. Bring up the name template.
Ah,
Oh, never mind. No, you gotta.
yeah.
You got it at the bottom. I forgot you're on the game hard interface. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that's cool. So yeah, Mad AI really needs to start picking up some wins if he's going to stand any chance now. He's still technically in with a chance, but needs some really good second part of this group. I think he's on 1 win and 5 losses at the moment.
Yeah, he felt always to me like a middle of the pack sort of bot,
Yeah,
but recently on AI Arena, he went on this huge winning streak and jumped right up near the top of the ladder. So
certainly stands a
I'm not sure
chance.
what he was doing to make that happen, but he must have some sort of trick up his sleeve.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll see here. If he has any trick, he needs to pull it out. Three-Way Lover's in a good position at the moment, on 3 and 3. So he's stuck together with Octopus and Sharpened Edge, although I think Sharpened Edge has just taken the lead with the last game. So let's see what they can pull out here. Mad AI normally about now will tell us exactly what his build is going to be.
Yeah. It's strange. 3A Lover took 2 gases very early, but barely is mined from them at all.
Yeah. Well, he
I feel
seems
like
to
Mad
have,
AI's field order is a little more crisp, so he's got a slight advantage in that way.
yeah. He said he was going for the two base robo, wasn't it? I think. Yeah. So
Let's see. Yep,
yeah,
2 base
two
robo
base
build
robo.
order
Yeah.
chosen. That could be a good choice. That could punish a timing attack before the Tempest hit the really start pooling up for 3A Lever.
Yeah, the problem he's going to face is that those immortals aren't going to be that good against Tempests. So
Right, but I mean, when there's only like 1 or 2 Tempests out, and then you arrive with like 4 more Immortals than your opponent,
yeah,
you can you can kind of steamroll them to victory before.
oh yeah,
But yeah, you
definitely.
gotta hit that timing, because once it becomes Tempest versus Tempest battles, he's just gonna be straight up behind.
Yeah,
Oh, very one base for 3 lever.
yeah.
Throwing down 3 cannons and 4 cannons.
This is pretty stuck in there. Although I think there's still a way out around the bottom there if he wants to pull out a probe.
Yeah, he left the path. So I think
So
the idea is to just go straight into Tempest and use the cannons to stay alive.
yeah,
It does mean he'll be behind in economy, but it lets him cheat out his tech a little bit faster.
yeah. Also, if he can get a couple of Tempests up, ready for when the attack comes in, then he should be okay.
Hmm.
But he'll normally like to expand a bit, I think. I think we saw in the last game, the one we highlighted with 3-Way Lover, he had about 6 or 7 bases. So
Yeah, I'm a little worried for Mad AI here. He's well ahead, and if he sees that he's against a one-base Turtle Tempest, you can just go ahead and take your third and get so far ahead economically, which you can't lose.
yeah,
But I think he's going to be hard set on this two-base Robo push. And if he pushes into Cannons and Tempest and loses his army, then things can turn around quickly.
yeah.
And I think that might be the case here. We'll have to see how this turns out.
We've got like 4 shield batteries and 5 cannons. It's going to be hard for him. And now he does get a bit of a scout up. But I don't think the scout path came past the natural, so
No, it didn't.
so he won't be able to see that.
It's always a guess, too, whether your opponent's bot will make any decisions based on whether it sees a natural or not, too.
Yeah. But that is one very well defended base there.
I mean, even if he's smart enough to just start spamming Stalkers when he sees Tempest,
Yeah.
it could be enough. Just because he has such a larger economy.
Yeah, Blink Stalkers up against Tempests are generally pretty good.
Like, he's literally double the mineral income right now.
Wow. Oh yeah.
3-Way Lover's cut at 21 workers, which is not even enough to saturate one base. So
yeah. I think he's going to wait until he gets a couple of Tempests out and then probably go for another base. But yep, that hallucination did not like life. But he did get a scout off on the natural. I think he must be able to realise now that it's just a one base.
yeah, he's seen all the cannons too.
Yeah. Yeah, I've played against this on ladder. I'm low enough level on ladder to play against this on ladder, and yeah, it's quite easy to beat if you just go and expand. But
He's going for charge too, and still making immortals. I don't know.
oh,
I mean, this realistically, this should be like game over. Already won from Mad AI, but I'm not feeling it. If he doesn't get the anti-air, then even this little handful of Tempest could be enough to like slowly push its way to victory.
yeah, it's starting to push out now with the Tempests.
Yeah,
It's
got
going to
4 of
run
them.
across this poor little probe here.
It's up against a mere 7 Stalkers. He will have Guardian Shield, which helps the Stalkers. Actually, it doesn't really help that much versus Tempest, now I think about it.
It does depend a lot on your micromanagement as well. Do these Stalkers have blink yet?
No, he went for charge.
No,
He does have a Twilight.
Yeah.
Well, but the Tempest are moving back.
Yeah. Also, we've got a pylon in the middle of the map as well, just to warp some stuff in.
Yeah, it's actually probably good the 3-Way Lover move back, because
Yeah.
fighting out his cannons can make this even more one-sided than it already will be.
Yeah. Now he's pretty much got them coming in from 2 sides.
Stalkers are moving backwards.
Yeah. Stalkers are getting a shot off on this one Tempest now. Can he take that down? Yeah, just about.
And like, you can trade really inefficiently. You can lose like 7 Stalkers for every Tempest, and they'll be fine because of the economy being so much stronger. You just gotta make sure you actually kill the Tempest though.
Yeah. So it looks like one might go down.
I think it might get 2. This guy's more cornered as well.
Yeah. There's so many Stalkers out for Mad AI. You kind of expect it at the moment.
Yeah, he is warping in Stalkers, that's a good choice, but
we see another base now.
Dancing he's doing.
So
yeah, I think he's having the same issue. I don't know. I'm not sure why the micro is happening this way. Maybe it's just because he's getting split back and forth with being surrounded by a Tempest.
Yeah.
Like, let me hit the south one, let me hit the north one, let me hit the south one.
Although he's got them coming in from 4 directions. It's like... wow. Yeah, he's just not able to kill anything at the moment, it doesn't look like. There's some really good control here from Three-Way Lover.
Yeah, I think the fact that he's surrounded is what's making these stalkers so confused.
So, let's see, one of those Tempests looks like it might get caught. Oh, it's getting some good damage off. As one goes down. Doesn't look like any more of them will though. Well, it looks like it might take out the first expansion from Three-Way Lover.
Not exactly his first expansion.
Oh no, his second expansion.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
He does have a little slightly hidden one. But I'm not sure if he'll be able to transfer probes down there or not. But it's nice that these Zealots and Immortals are actually doing something now.
Yeah.
So he loses the Stalkers to cannons. The Immortals didn't get up there.
No, the Immortals. The
Immortals will walk right over all these cannons.
Yeah.
The cannons are not an issue for Immortals.
So we'll take down the Cyber Core, which could deny all the upgrades from Three-Way Lover.
Oh, was he upgrading your Hurtbot?
I think so, yeah.
He was, yeah. He was at +2. You're right.
And also taking down the Stargate.
Oh. Immortals in.
Can these Immortals actually do it? Will they be able to take out everything before the...
Not in the game, but if they can do enough damage, like they took the Starport out, or the Stargate, so that's already massive.
And they've taken out his own gateway as well. So
yeah, if you get the Fusion Core, you'll detect him back to Stone Age.
Yeah. He's pretty much...
yeah, he's got to go Gateway, Cyber Core, Stargate, just to make another Tempest.
Yeah. So that is pretty much what he's got now, is what he's going to have to fight with for quite a while.
Well, he does have a Gateway at the 3rd, and Cyber Core going down now. And he still has these 5 Tempests, which is more than enough against the Stalker count. The one concern I have is there's no 3rd base coming from that AI. He could just lose a battle of attrition if his code has him stop at 2 bases.
Yeah.
Let's take down a Tempest though.
So one
Make another one here. Getting some hull damage at least.
So there's one Tempest that's very, very low there, but you need to take out the shields obviously first. Let's just take a look at the losses tab. It's quite impressive. That AI.
I would say this is Three-Way Lover's game, except he's not rebuilding a Stargate. So I think he has to win the game with these 4 Tempests.
Yeah.
Which he might be able to do. But if you're making a Stargate, I would say it's his game for sure.
I think he should be able to. He just doesn't have the money at the moment. He's making something, certainly. Oh, it looks like it's just more shield batteries.
Yeah, and cannons. Yeah, you could be right. Maybe he does want to do it, he just can't afford it because he's prioritizing cannons.
Yeah.
That AI is down to 4 patches as the main base though, so that just cut his income by 25%.
Yeah. The second base is still got 6 patches anyway.
Oh, 3rd base. Okay, so Mad AI does have 3rd base built in.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah. Fortunately, his stalker count is 0, so it may not matter at this point.
Yeah. So we've got a new fleet beacon and some Stargates being built for Three-Way Lover. So hopefully that means soon he should have some more units with which to fight this.
Yeah, this was a close game, but yeah, the Stargate's building and the fleet beacon still survived, so
yeah.
no 3rd from Mad AI. If we look at the units lost, he's lost
So
11,000
many.
more. So,
Yes, it's quite a lot.
but that said, though, I don't even think Fairy Lover needed that Stargate. I think these 4 Tempests were good enough to win the game.
Yeah, I think we should call this done now, unless
Yeah, it does
if
seem
you're
that
happy
way.
with that,
I'm happy with it.
just put that forward a bit. There's no easy way for Mad AI to come back from this.
Yeah, he is producing new Tempest now, so it's completely over.
Yeah, it's gone. GG. Although he will take down this one Stalker, one Tempest.
Well, it's a small chance that if he only tried to win with these 4 Tempests, the game could continue, but he's making more now. He's got 3 base economy, so.
Yeah.
Good game though.
Yeah, no, it
was a close one.
It's very close. I think like if it had kept producing more Stalkers and been able to get onto them, it would have been good.
Yeah, you just gotta commit, just stutter step dive in on those Tempests. I feel like everyone needs a specifically right code for Tempest. Those things are annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, Tempests are one of the units that are very good in the hands of the bots because you can just micro them so well, keep them out of the range of pretty much everything.
Tempest and Cyclone do OP units when it comes to bots.
Yeah. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the tables after the first 5 games of the night. So yeah, Micro Machine at the top, 6-0. Has qualified now for the second round. No one can catch. Well, they can catch him, but they won't be able to knock him out of the top 2. Three-Way Lover and Sharpened Edge both at 4-3. Octopus on 3-3. Perfect Split with 2-4, and Mad AI at 1-6. Unfortunately, has been eliminated. All the rest of those 4 can still qualify.
So, right. So this is top 2 proceed?
Yes, top 2 qualify.
And how many games in total will be played?
So we have each bot will play 10 games.
10 games, okay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, it's anyone's.
So yeah. Let's just have a look at some more highlights, shall we?
Sounds good to me.
Quickly. So yeah, this one is Octopus against Mad AI. So yeah, Octopus doing another very, very quick engage with lots and lots of Stalkers. Yeah, it's something that he does very, very well.
The Stalker Wiggle definitely works better against melee units than against Tempest.
Yes.
Mortal out from Mad AI. On the high ground too.
Stick it on the high ground. You can sit there forever and take out both.
Guarantee that thing will rack up a lot of kills even if you die.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's fine. Nothing down here.
Dangerous to come this far. But yeah.
Sharpie framework for some reason. Look at the pullback the Stalkers there low. Keep
Yeah.
Back.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant for doing that. So yeah, too many Stalkers and Octopus takes the win.
Very nice.
Three-Way Lover up against Sharpened Edge in the battle for second place. But, yeah, so Sharpened Edge just puts his normal cannon rush out. Look at all those probes just chasing a single probe.
Yeah.
It's not good.
The way I do it is I put 1 worker on each probe, and then I calculate how many workers to send to kill a cannon based on how complete it is and how many points it has.
Probably the best way to do it. Like, normally it's about 4 workers can kill a cannon before it gets up, I think.
I haven't written a follow-up to that though, so if cannons do get up, I'm just kind of dead.
Yeah.
I've found I haven't needed a follow-up to that yet.
But, That's most of the problem. Especially Sharpened Edge does get the cannon up.
That's what it's doing. It's like, am I going to attack this cannon? No.
Yeah, so it's just chasing around probes at this point, and yeah, just doing circles around Nexus. Yeah.
Basically, my bot's like, okay, if a cannon finishes, then go to step 3 of my defense. But there is no step 3, so
Yeah.
my bot will just do nothing.
Step 1, defend. Step 2, go to step 3. Step 3, yeah, no.
You see how Sharpened Edge is expanding behind it? So even if he failed the cannon rush, if he just has like a couple cans of the natural and it takes a long time to clean up, you can end up being well ahead.
Yeah.
Even against a defended cannon rush.
Yeah, definitely.
Micro Machine perfect split.
Yep, so Micro Machine does manage to get some nice damage with his Banshee there. Perfect split with a nice little counter attack. Unfortunately, battle cruisers are already operational at this point.
DCs are quite good versus Zerglings and Mutas.
Yeah.
So the units we want against this. A lot of Hellions too, so he's playing like a battle mech style. That's kind of interesting. I'm not sure if this is new or just if I've never seen Micro Machines DBZ. Could be the latter.
No, I think it is. I think it has been modified, but it's definitely the style that he has been playing around. But yeah, more of the battle mech. It's very, very powerful.
Especially that large Hellion count versus a large Hellion count. This is gonna be so one-sided. With blue flames on top of everything.
Oh god. So yeah, eventually Micro Machine does come up here and take everyone and take a big lead. Coming back there for perfect split. There we go, another win for Micro Machine. Not quite cemented in first place yet, though. Needs one more win to secure first place. And let's see if he can get it in our next game. Oh wait, no, won't be in our next game, sorry. Our next game up will be Octopus up against Three-Way Lover.
Okay. I got that loaded ready when you
Yep. Cool. Cool. Good to go. You ready?
Yep.
Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so up at the top right, it is Three-Way Lover on World of Sleepers. And down at the bottom left, Octopus V2, who says SY. I thought it was sorry, but no, it's just SY. I was going to say, apologising already is a bad move. I'm
have that confidence.
Yeah. Not sure if that qualifies as bad BM. But probably in Canada it does anyway.
Sorry, it's just how we end every sentence here.
Yeah, I'm not going to do stereotypes, man, it's fine.
Yeah, it's one of the more accurate ones.
Yeah.
No one says a boot. But we do say sorry probably more than most countries do.
Yeah. It's fine. You've got America beneath you, you've got to say sorry for them all the time.
Three Lover's saving up his chrono. I wonder what for.
Yeah.
Does he have something cheesy in mind?
So I don't know. I generally don't like to chrono out early workers because you save them for actual units. But I don't know.
Yeah, but early workers translates to so many more units 5 minutes later.
Yeah, I guess so.
Economy is everything. Like I always say, like we have below
wait
Platinum
1
League in
second.
Starcraft 2.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't have the game capture on.
Oh, yeah, I was watching us. All right.
Sorry, everyone.
All right, but pretty similar builds. They were both one single gateway with double gas into Cybercore. Three-Way Lover.
Yep.
A little behind on the worker count because he's got all that chrono boost saved up, which makes me think maybe he wants to chrono out warp gate as fast as possible. Maybe do a 4-gate attack. Let's see.
That certainly makes sense. Octopus is well known for the stalker attacks at the moment, so let's see if he wants to do that again.
Oh. No. Just cornering
So,
his gateway.
oh, here we go. He's building up probably gonna build a gateway over here.
So if we see a similar build out of 3A Lover, which it looks like we're going to, we'll have to see how this, relying on cannons and shield batteries will do versus a really fast 4-gate attack.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a different build though, because normally by now he'd have a forge out and a couple of cannons probably. So it does look as though we're going to see something different.
Maybe.
Yep, we see the robo coming.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so he's probably just dead then, right? He's got one stalker. He's got
Yeah,
multiple tech routes. He doesn't have an expansion. I guess his ramp, so that's actually a significant advantage.
yeah. So if he can get his stalkers at the top of the ramp.
But unfortunately, one of the downsides of the Sharpie framework is that his stalkers will probably start kiting backwards and give up that cool position at the top of the ramp.
Yeah.
Going for the expand. Ooh. Just feeling like a build order victory for Octopus.
Yeah,
We'll have to
it's at the
see.
moment. See 4 stalkers coming out already, and oh god, there's an expansion.
Built such an early starport or Stargate, but not putting it to use. It's interesting.
No.
Like even like a Void Ray. Like at this point, just any unit
Just
that
anything.
can kill
Anything,
stalkers
yeah.
is what you want right now. Oh, Observer first too. Oh no.
Well,
Poor
you can get
3
the
Lover.
observer. It's going to
This
tell
is
him
going
he's
to be
dead.
cruel.
I think Octopus was right to say sorry at the start.
Yes. And the fast warpins from that Oxypylon with the gateway.
Yeah.
And here we go. He's got about double the worker count.
Oh
The
no.
unit stab is 13 stalkers versus 4. Well, 4 plus an observer though. So
Yeah, I'm not sure the observer's
got that
going to do much
observer.
for him.
That crucial observer.
Yeah. And now the stalks are starting to go down.
Mortal on the way, but way too late.
I mean, there's no way an Immortal can deal with all of those stalkers.
I wish it were the same build though. That would have been interesting to see how the Tempest rush with cannon shield batteries if that would die before it could hold.
No more stalkers. No more stalkers anyway, because he doesn't have a gateway. And it doesn't look like that Immortal's going to be allowed to finish. Might just about get it out. No.
The Immortal is like, that was a close one. I didn't want to jump out into this mess.
Yeah.
One Tempest to rule them all.
There is a Tempest on the way. Although constantly sending probes out is not a good idea.
It's not a flush build order, I guess. If you don't want to build a Stargate and leave it idle for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, that means you could wait 5 minutes before you build the Stargate. Do other things without money, really.
So yeah, I'm gonna fast forward this now. It looks like this one's over. GG. Sorry, 3-way lover. Just a bad loss on the build order there, I think.
So I see how Octopus is gathering all these victories, huh?
Yeah.
Like every other Protoss is a little bit greedy. Let me come in with the punishment.
Octopus is doing so well. It's just nobody expected it of him, and it's come in. He's absolutely crushing. And next up, it's possibly his biggest challenge. It's another Octopus game. We'll see him up against Micro Machine. So let's have a look.
Stalkers against Micro Machine.
Let's see how it does. Give me a shout when you're ready to go. Yeah, I think it could work quite well, depending on which build he pulls out.
All right, ready when you are.
Cool. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. So we are on Simulacrum, and Down in the bottom right, it is Micro Machine. And top left, Octopus. See how he does this time. How do you
Oh,
pronounce
what's the
that map?
story? I don't know. Simulacrum, something like that.
Simulacrum, simulacrum. I don't know. Maybe someone can tell us how, but
I do like that extra accent on the R though. Chrome.
it's probably like
It's a Klingon map.
yeah, definitely. I think we should say the name in Klingon. That's probably the easiest way.
I don't think I've seen TDP out of Micro Machine. Is it still the
Yeah,
Reaper and the Cyclone and the Banshee?
I think
He
he
does in other
likes.
matchups?
I think he likes to go to Marauders. Actually, this might be the Marauder strat.
Oh, you're right. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Oh, well, you're dead. Octopus. Proxy Marauder is like the exact thing you want to do versus a Stalker build.
yeah. So it's an interesting stat actually. We've never had a bot that's gone completely undefeated in the group stage of a tournament. Micro Machine may be able to be the first.
If I recall correctly, I believe one of Micro Machine's recent losses was versus a Protoss using his Proxy Marauder build. I think
Okay.
I remember him talking about it in chat like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what beat him,
I think it
but it was
was.
something to do with Proxy Marauders failing.
I think it was Tyr, wasn't it? Because Tyr beat him in the final of Probots. Oh no, no, no,
No, they
no,
never
that
faced each
wasn't.
other in Probots.
No, you're right. They didn't, did they?
Yeah,
It was Spiny who beat him on that
yeah.
one. Um,
But it was just like a ladder match on AI
yeah.
Arena.
Oh, okay.
Everything's a big deal when Mike Machine loses like a single game. So
Yeah. It's a curse
no one
of
makes it a
being that
bigger
good.
deal than Raph. He's like, oh my god, my bot sucks now. I lost like a single game.
Yep. Well, there is a chance that he'll go completely undefeated.
Yeah,
Um,
that's almost to be expected. Yeah. It's the upset when you beat in one game.
yep.
All
So,
right, so Chrono's going into Warp Gate, so there's not going to be a large stalker count to start with. So he's going to have to really use this high ground well.
yeah.
Unfortunately, the stalkers are not sitting at the top of the ramp where they'd be a little bit more effective.
So, the good news is that he hasn't got his warp gate finished quite yet. So he's not just warping in stalkers at his expansion, but only one of them.
Like, as bad as stalkers are, though, you do need them right now. It's
Yeah.
better to have 3 stalkers than 0.
Yeah.
Okay,
Where are all his workers
probes. There must be some probe pull
Yeah.
micro, but they just kind of went across the map. This is actually good. If they pull, if the SCVs, sorry, the probes pull Marauder shots,
Yeah.
and the stalkers can get in shots from the back.
It looks like he might just be able to hold this. Although,
He's focusing the weak Marauders. That's nice.
with only 10 workers left, make that 9.
Yeah.
It's not looking good now. As yeah. Only 3 stalkers remain.
He was able to get 1 Marauder using that high ground advantage, but now it's still 3 Marauders versus 2 Stalkers, and
Yeah.
Marauders are even great one-on-one, so... Warp Gate is done, but not enough resources to actually commit the warp in.
No, I don't think it's got any gas is the problem. He needs 2 more gas.
You're right. And he doesn't want to build Zealots, which
No.
frankly would be useless for a Concussive Shell anyways, but this means he's not going to spend his money at all. So this is it.
So that's it. So GG.
No more Stalkers will die at least.
Let's just fast forward this. So we've had 2 very, very quick games here. Both involving Octopus. He's aired out again.
Yeah, Micro Machine is expanding behind it. Oh, he's doing his little bunker mining as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what's going to happen? Someone's going to realize that Nidus Worms can do this, but 10 times better.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have to create a rule saying you can't do this because Zerg going to win every single game.
Well, the problem with Nidus Worms is like you're probably going to have to place one really close to your main base. Although actually you can place Nidus Worms.
The Nidus Canal, or the Nidus network is the one near your main.
Yeah.
You just put that next to your main. Yeah.
Yeah.
You put it next to any hatchery is fine, and then you don't even have to expand. You just expand the Nidus worms. Not only are
Yeah.
you mining faster, but you don't have to build hatcheries.
That would be really cool. So yeah, I think let's have another quick look at the table before we move on to the next group of highlight games. So there we have it. Three-way Micro Machine on 8 and 0. Sharpened Edge and Octopus locked together on 5 and 3. Three-way Lover on 4 and 5. Perfect Split 2 and 5, and Mad AI is 1 for 7. So Perfect Split and Mad AI are unfortunately eliminated. Three-way Lover still does have a chance of qualification.
There might be some world where we could have a bunch of them at 5 and 5, right?
Yeah, sorry, Perfect Split could actually come back into it.
I'm not
You're
sure
right.
how the tiebreakers work, but
So tiebreakers basically work if the head-to-head record is the first tiebreaker, and then after that we go on a tiebreaker game, single game.
yeah, he's on the edge of the cliff. He's
Yeah,
more or less dead, but not official. Not
yeah,
official yet.
not quite yet. So anyway, after that, let's have another quick look at some of the streamed replays. So let's go Sharpened Edge up against Mad AI. Sharpened Edge needs a win to keep himself in it, really. His last,
Cannon Rush.
yep, and again, he does love this tactic.
I put so much work into writing code to defend Cannon Rush versus because Sharpened Edge would just get free wins against me. Yeah. And as soon as I beat him once, he just switched to another strategy, and now he's 100% against me again. All that work for nothing.
Well, at least it's there now, and you know how to defend Cannon Rush. So there's only a limited number of strategies you can have, in theory anyway.
I've identified my bug versus Tempest. Maybe one day I'll start doing
Yeah. So yeah, Sharpened Edge does take the win up against Mad AI to keep himself in it.
Yeah. Even if you don't cannon rush, if you just build a couple of cannons with the natural, I bet that will just put you way ahead of so many bots.
So there we have it, Octopus up against Perfect Split.
Perfect Split's doing the thing now where you've got units on both sides and you can't make up your mind which way to go.
Yeah. It's just really well played, really well spread out here, and the Zerglings just can't get onto him.
So unlike versus Adept, Zerglings are actually really good versus Stalkers in general. But it looks just like the micro is going to be too much for him here.
So yeah, just nicely taking out all of those Zerglings. Yep, sorry.
Was this included in his 2 and 5, or is this making 2 and 6 now?
So taking 2 and 6. So next up is Three-Way Lover up against Machine.
Okay, another Proxy Marauder. Robo's gonna finish. If he gets an Immortal out, that would be nice versus Marauder's Eye. And, you know, Marauders aren't bad versus Immortals. They take a lot of damage, but they dish out a lot too. So 5 Marauders might be able to cut down Immortal before. Oh, did he build an Observer? Never mind. He made an Observer.
No, he made an Observer, so... Yeah, why is it whenever he makes Observers, it's always a bad idea?
Yeah, I think he just always says, like, let me make Observer as my first unit. Yeah. It's not a decision, it's just a build order thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it should be a decision.
Yeah.
It's probably on his task list. I notice these things in my bot too, and I got a task list of like 80 different upgrades I need to do to my bot.
Yeah, I know exactly the feeling. So yeah, so just 2 games left in the group to go, and still all to play for. Let's just take a quick look at the table as it stands before our last two games.
So it's a three-way race now, right? For the final spot.
No, nope.
Nope.
It's Micro Machine has now taken the lead with 9-0. No one can catch him. Sharpened Edge has one game left on 6-3. Octopus on 6-4 at the moment. So Three-Way Lover is finished on 4-6. Perfect Split and Mad AI is the other game which we've got left, which is for the last place. So let's have a look at Perfect Split up against Mad
So
AI.
can Mad AI play spoiler?
Yeah. So let's have a look, shall we? Up on Ephemeron. So give me a shout when you're ready to go.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I was still
That's all
watching the highlight
right.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's loading up now.
So Imphy Sharpened Edge versus Micro Machine is the last game of the night. And Sharpened Edge basically needs to win up against Micro Machine in our final game of the night to qualify.
Okay, ready when you are.
Okay. But let's go to this one first. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so Perfect Split down here in the bottom right. Up here is Mad
Catch
AI.
up, I loaded the wrong replay.
Okay, so do you want me to pause?
That's yeah, sure.
Okay, sorry.
Perfect Split and Mad AI. So this is should be
Yeah.
a closer game because there's a bottom two bots, I guess. So.
Yes, yeah, I think
Right.
so.
What time are you at?
I'm at 12 seconds.
Okay, ready when you are.
Okay, going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so Perfect Split looking to avoid the last place in the group. Mad AI also looking to avoid the last place in the group. I think Mad AI does have the head-to-head over Perfect Split, so he will take the second to last or the fifth place if he takes a win, even though they will still have the same record.
Very early scout out of Mad AI.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is for something cheesy or whether he just likes to scout really early for some reason.
No, he does like to scout early. He likes to basically grab all the information he can from his opponents before 2 minutes before choosing a build order. So, and then it basically all goes into his neural network and comes out with a build order that's supposedly best.
I see. I think versus Zerg it'd be more efficient to arrive after the pool finishes, and then you can see if he's throwing out a roach worm right away. You can see how much gas he mined. You can see if he's getting Zergling speed.
I think you
Like the
can,
time in the game where you can get a lot of information while it's still safe to probe scout.
yeah. But I think at least here we know, is he going pool first or is he going hatch first? I mean, that's pretty much all the information you can get, plus
Yeah,
also the gases, see what gas is taken.
and you can stick around and wait until the pool finishes and see what happens afterwards. But of
Yeah,
course, there is a economy cost to having this probe out on the map for so long.
yeah. Well, I think it's well worth it for all the information you're getting. And here we go. 4-gate proxy build order. Let's see. So he's got 2 of them already.
Exactly 100 gas mine from Perfect Split, just enough for speed, which means we're probably going to be seeing a lot of Zerglings.
Super efficient from him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's definitely one of the bots which takes notice of exactly how much resources he needs for each different thing he's getting and make sure he gets that and no more.
Yeah, it's a pretty common tactic from human play as well as Zerg.
Yeah.
Just to get that 100 gas and then pull off either all your workers or maybe just leave one there to eventually get a lair.
Yeah. So pulling out a lot of Zerglings as is usual. So
There is the 4-gate. I think
yeah,
when he says proxy, he just means a proxy pylon. He
yeah,
doesn't actually proxy anything.
yeah. He's not proxying
Um,
the gateway. He'll just proxy the
no.
pylon. I think he's probably going to send this probe over here, which is going to build a pylon somewhere.
I feel
Right
like it's
there.
going to be another game where it comes down to the Zergling micro again.
Yeah,
Perfect Split does have the larger economy, and he will buy enough time to get the larger army as well. So will he just be kited off creep again, or will he be able to overrun him this time with the Zerglings?
yeah. It's certainly something to look for. Although Mad AI is getting a lot of stalkers. We saw in the game versus Octopus that stalkers can be effective, but
Yeah. That's actually the
yeah,
worst unit of the 3 versus
yeah,
Zerglings.
yeah.
Adepts and Zealots are both better versus Zerglings.
Well, there is a fourth option to the sentry. You can't ignore the sentry.
That's true. That would not be easy dodge. I mean,
So
the
yeah,
hallucinations do tank.
yeah,
Guardian
exactly.
Shield would be useless, except for versus the Queen.
There are some zealots warping in now.
It used to be the Queens did not have a ranged attack on ground, too. It used to just throw its arms out really far away. Oh, and there's the
Oh
hallucination
wow,
doing his job.
nice.
Probably saved like 5 damage off of a stalker. So again, the unfortunate part is they pulled all of his queens, so he's not going to be injecting and not be able to spend his money.
Yeah. And I think we're going to see a lot. Mad AI can warp in a lot of units even on one base from here, so
These creep tumors are actually quite important.
yeah.
Because it's when he gets pulled off creep that the fight starts going bad for him. So the more he can spread this creep, the better these attacks will go for him.
Yeah, he is known for having a lot of early creep spread. So hopefully.
Yeah, it's one of those godly things that Zerg bots can do. It
Yeah.
doesn't take... well, I mean, it's not easy to code, but it's not the hardest thing to code either.
There was our Season 2 winner in Pikachu was actually the first one to really utilise the creep spread. Back then, bots were a lot less advanced than they are now, but he could basically spread the entire map with creep within about 10 minutes. It was amazing.
Yeah. I mean, that's what bots are great at, is their ability to never miss a cycle, right?
Yeah.
So like as soon as an SCV finishes producing, you create the next one. As soon as a Marine is finished producing, you create the next one. And then you can do the same thing with creep tumors. As soon as the creep tumor becomes available, you spread it. And all of a sudden you're doing better than the best players in the world.
Yeah.
So you spread them to their death. So that's as far as the creep spread will go, but that's still pretty far.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good job from there. And he's got a third base on the way now, so
Yeah.
should be okay.
I'm not sure I like the decision of the third. It's unnecessary, but I still think Perfect Split has this wrapped up.
Yeah. But
Like creep spread just means the Zerglings are going to be so quick that they should be able to get the wrap on the on the Stalkers if the Zealots ever fall. I do like that Meta AI is building more Zealots though than Stalkers, given that he's facing so many Zerglings.
Yeah, it's definitely doing well in this attack.
Yeah, that Zealot count just beats all how well that worked out. I still think it's going to be fine for Perfect Split, but if that were all Stalkers, he would have already won the game.
Yeah. And the problem is if he can take down
Guardian Shield too.
Yeah.
Guardian Shield are making these queens almost useless.
If he can take down these queens, he's got a good chance of breaking through here.
Again, Perfect Split, but just lacking the injects.
Yeah.
I guess if you're not going to inject, having a third base is helpful for Larva.
I mean, I think it's just more concentrating on using the queen for defense, but might not be the best thing.
But I mean, if those 800 minerals were another, whatever that is, Zerglings.
Yeah, lots of Zerglings.
It's 64 Zerglings.
More Zerglings, yeah.
Yeah, it would be really easy hold.
Yeah. I think Mad AI might have been able to break through here.
Yeah, it looked that way. It was really close.
Yeah, definitely.
So credit to Mad AI for choosing the Zealot composition. I don't think that's what he would normally do, but I think it's because he scouted Zerglings. that he
Yeah,
decided to make a lower stalker count.
yeah. Oh, it's really well played.
They certainly had the gas to make more stalkers.
Yeah. He is running out of minerals at home, but I think he's got enough here as it is to be able to break this.
Yeah, yeah, they've got more now. Still a decent queen count for perfect split.
Yeah.
But,
Now, here's the question: does he go into the main and destroy everything? Okay. Well,
there is a world where perfect split kills the reinforcements while Mad AI is going into the main.
yeah. And he's got a fourth on the way, which is a really strange decision. When I say fourth, obviously the natural's already been taken out, so...
Well, he needs the larva.
Yeah.
And the queens are for defense, then.
So anyway, I'm probably going to call this and fast forward it if you don't have an objection. I think
Yeah, you're probably right.
at this point there's really not much more we can do.
Yeah, I guess he'll lose his pool as well.
Yeah. So no more Zerglings, although he does have another pool on the way. Unfortunately, look at that army just flooding in there. Mad AI, and now just this other base at the bottom.
Feel bad for perfect split. I feel like he was in position to win like 3 of the matches today, and then
Yeah,
just the micro failed him.
yeah, that was unfortunate, but so yeah, and now we come to our final game of the evening. So let's remind ourselves of what the implications of this are. If Micro Machine wins, Micro Machine will have a perfect 10-0 record. The first time we have ever seen that in a SC2 AI ladder tournament.
Really?
So that would be a major achievement for RAF and Unusual and Micro Machine. Also, if that is the case, we will end up with a tiebreaker situation and another game between Sharpened Edge and Octopus. Wait, actually,
No, I think
no, Octopus won both the games. So if Micro Machine wins, he will knock out Sharpened Edge,
yeah.
and Octopus will take the second place. However, if Sharpened Edge will win, Sharpened Edge will take the second place and deny RAF and Unusual Micro Machines authors the honour of having the first ever perfect record. So let me know when you're ready to go.
Ready when you are.
Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So Sharpened Edge starting in the bottom right of Ephemeron. Micro Machine up in the top left. Telling him to prepare to get crushed.
So Sharpened Edge is the number 2 bot on the AI Arena ladder right now. He's actually the reason why Micro Machines MMR is higher now. He's the only one who can actually improve Micro Machines MMR, I think.
So a long history of helping out Sharpened Edge then.
Yeah.
So
this is no like easy victory, I wouldn't say. You know, he's the number 2 bot. He's got to be pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, certainly. No one's going to claim any match against Sharpened Edge is going to be easy.
And he will immediately scout the barracks. Please tell me he has Pope Harass. He has Pope Harass. Nice.
Oh,
awesome.
Wow, but is it gone inside? So we have another SCV on the way.
Yeah, but I think
it's going down. Yeah. Oh, and this one might go down as well. Oh, wow.
I'm sure the authors of Micro Machine have planned for this contingency. It's not like it's going to break Micro Machine, but it is a nice little lead for Sharpened Edge right away.
Oh, wow. Both of those barracks are not going to get up. This is massive.
Oh. Actually, the response from Micro Machine is just to send new SCVs.
Yeah.
This could turn out poorly, but it appears that Sharpened Edge is going to let it happen.
And I mean, whatever happens, it's going to be very late.
Oh no,
And
what's the SCV
wait,
doing?
what's this he doing?
And what he's sending 3 more. 2 of them are like fake.
Oh God!
2 of them are
what
like,
are they doing?
we're just here for moral support.
Oh, so he's not building anything. And Sharpened Edge already has an expansion up, and he's building a stalker.
Oh no.
Oh no! We found a bug in Micro Machine.
Trip, you jinxed him. All that talk about the never had a 10-0 bot. We don't even have a barracks yet from Micro Machine. How is
Oh
he going to
God!
recover?
This is not looking good for him. They're just having a party down there. I don't know, like. So, we finally found a way to break Micro Machine.
Yeah, don't let him tech beyond barracks or beyond supply depot.
Yes, that's it. Supply depot is the best you're gonna get. But surely, how is it not doing that? That's oh, I kind of feel sorry for Micro Machine here. It looks like you've already got 2 stalkers out for Sharpened Edge and an
Yes.
expansion.
And these 2 SCVs are fired.
Yeah.
So I think what might happen, Sharpened Edge knows about these barracks, right? So
Yeah.
since they're the closest target, he might go target them first. And then Micro Machine will cancel them before they die, which might fix Micro Machine. It might say him, okay, now I should build a barracks at home.
But he's got some
But he'll
long
be
distance.
like 5 minutes behind, but he might actually start building again at least.
He's got some long distance mining going on anyway. Like, really long distance mining.
That is as long distance gets.
Yeah. So, the 3 stalkers out for Sharpened Edge now. I mean, there's no comeback here from Micro Machine, surely, even if he does get both of those cancelled.
No. I think he's stuck on his build order too.
Yeah.
Like some bots will like do a hard build order, some bots don't. Like if my bot were working like this, my bot would just start expanding everywhere, saying, "Oh, we got all these extra minerals," and we just throw out an expansion.
Yeah.
You know, I'd still not have a barracks, but I'd at least have a whole bunch of bases.
So maybe this is kind of like some kind of like thank you for allowing Micro Machine to get higher MMR on the AI arena ladder.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, there's definitely talk about the someone defeating the Proxy Marauder.
Yeah.
Again, I didn't know how it happened, but maybe this is what happened. Raph is usually pretty quick at fixing bugs, though, so if it did happen like this, I'm sure he would have fixed it by now.
Yeah.
This is something new.
So the problem is there's no more updates allowed between now and the final, so we'd better hope that this doesn't happen to him too often.
No, like as long as you allow updates, I'm sure this will get fixed quickly.
Yeah, there's no.
The scary thing about Micro Machine is not only is it the best bot, but it's like the also the most well maintained and most updated bot.
Yeah, it's generally if someone beats him, he'll come back and beat them pretty soon after.
Okay, let's see what happens here.
Yeah,
he's killing the barracks.
So
there's the cancel, and there's a barracks at home. Okay. Literally a 5-minute head start for Sharpened Edge.
Okay, so can he take advantage of this? How much of a head start can Micro Machine give his opponents and still win?
Yeah. Sharpened Edge, by the way, you're banned for the next 2 seasons if you do not win this game.
Yes.
I know Micro Machine's tough, but this is the handicap that should be more than enough to victory.
Yeah, I mean, look at the army supply; it's 37-0.
Yeah, but I mean, Micro Machine almost has a barracks, so he's got that going for him.
Look at the SCV over here. He's just chasing that SCV at the wrong side of the ramp.
Is that the SCV that's trying to distance mine across the map?
Yeah. Socially distance mining.
I mean, it's working.
Still going to survive, yeah.
This is what I do when I face a Zerg and I'm getting a Zergling rush when I'm not ready. I send out an SCV and just hope for that the Zerglings will chase the SCV and buy me a little bit of time.
Oh,
Well, the expansion will get shut down. We will have Marauders coming out, which is a nice unit, but
Yep.
not one versus a 30 supply army.
So, oh, and at 7 minutes in, we have our first offensive unit from Micro Machine, and it's popped now. So at 7 minutes.
Okay, live up to your name. Let's see the
Yep.
micro on this Marauder.
He's going to have a very tough task on this one. But let's see if he can do it. No!
I do need a percussive shell.
Yeah.
Second Marauder on the way, though. It will complete.
Yep.
We're going to have something out of that.
Comes out here. Okay, so there we have it. I'm going to call it there. Micro Machine without a bug. This is, I think we need to disqualify Micro Machine for the tournament for losing a game, right? That's the way it works.
It's fun. Micro Machine's like the final boss, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
You gotta build something special just for him.
Well, the problem is you can build things to beat Micro Machine. Unfortunately, if you build something to beat Micro Machine, you spend so long doing it that you just ignore all the rest of the bots. And
True.
that's been the problem for a lot of bots, I think.
But that's worth it.
Yeah.
Is the real victor the one who wins the tournament or the one who beats Micro Machine?
I think you might need to do both. But I tell you what has happened. The person that has beat Micro Machine Sharpened Edge has given himself a chance of winning this tournament by going 7 for 3, taking down that second place and knocking Octopus down into third. So there we have it. That's our final table.
Is that right? I thought this would tie them up.
No. So they were tied beforehand.
Oh, okay.
Sharpened Edge just nudges it with a 7 for 3 record.
Yeah, well, so, number 1 and number 2 bots are the two that advance. I guess it all ended up way as expected. But
yeah,
nice run from Octopus.
Yeah,
almost four-gated his way to smashing through everyone.
I was begging for him in the end. I was really hoping that he would make his way through, but unfortunately just fell at the final hurdle. Micro Machine decided to give his friends a little lift up, a thank you for increasing his MMR.
Yeah, Sharpened Edge should be thanking Micro Machine there, because I think that 4-gate's like he would win the tiebreaker, right? Versus Sharpened Edge.
Yeah, Octopus would get the tiebreaker in that. So that's unlucky for him. But very, very well done for Takeda and Octopus. That was a brilliant run. Three-way level as well. All had some moments. Didn't quite pull it together in the second week, and unfortunately, perfect split. Again, went 0 for 5 in the second week as well, which was a bit unfortunate for him.
Yeah, but honestly, even though he's 2 and 8, he might have been able to advance. He was like, it seemed like he was in a good spot all the time. He was just needed a little more tweaking of the bot.
Yeah, just a little.
No one has to feel bad in that group. Actually, that's definitely the group of death there.
That was an absolutely savage group to be in. Like nobody wanted to be in that group A. But yeah. So there we have it for Group A. Congratulations to Micro Machine and Sharpened Edge. We'll see them next week for the semi-finals. And we're also looking forward to tomorrow, where we have Group B, featuring Tia, who also has a chance of making an undefeated run.
Do you have that bracket handy?
5 and 0. I may well do.
Yeah, I'd like to take a look at that.
Give me 1 sec.
So that's a group I casted last week, right? So
yes.
I've seen some of their games. Tier. You said 5 and 2 is leading?
Wait 1 second. That's wrong. There we go. So yeah, Tier is 5 and 0 at the moment. Additional pylons at 4 and 1. Gensybot 3 and 2. Spiny at 2 and 3. Strelok 1 and 4, and Kagamine at 0 for 5. So, Tier is obviously the favourite for that, but I think any one of those middle three, certainly additional pylons, Gensy and Spiny, are also very well made bots, and any three
Tier
of those
certainly hasn't. He's not a shoo-in either. That's
no.
I mean, Gensybot. Just looking at the names, Gensybot would be my favorite to make it through there. So
Yeah.
If Gen Z bot makes it, then maybe tier doesn't. You never know. you know, that's
Yeah.
a pretty tight at the
I
top
mean,
there.
Tier would have to have a pretty bad week not to make it, but that's always possible. Like, certainly additional pylons, Gensibot and Spiny are all capable of pulling out a win against him. So
Hmm.
we'll have to see how it goes. But anyway, that's all from us for now. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks, Ketrot, for coming and casting with me. It's been a pleasure having you.
Yeah, that's
And
good
I'll
games.
see you tomorrow.
All right,
All right,
see you guys
thanks
then.
everyone. Bye.